Here comes the long stretch. And then make it comfy for wherever you are. You can take your little banana stretch off to one side, feeling the stretch down the side. Maybe you take it off to the other side, so it's wherever it is working for you as you take your stretch side to side. From the long stretch, we can start bringing our knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug right here. And then little circles on your low back. We'll just warm up our body a little bit here. Taking the circles in one direction. Taking the circles around in the other direction. Keep one knee in, extend the other leg out. Here's your chance. Open up a little bit more through your hips. Activate the bottom leg, meaning press the heel down, take the toes towards the ceiling. The other leg is coming in tight as you give yourself a big stretch through your hips. Let's take the knee across the midline, little twist right here. Arm opens up and take your twist across. We bring ourselves back to center. Both your knees are coming in. Let's do those little circles on your low back one more time. Just a little low back massage here. Switch directions. Take it around in the opposite direction. We're going to keep the opposite knee in. We're switching, extend it out. There's the opening through your hips. Remember, keep it a little bit more active, so press the heel of the straight leg down, open up a little bit more. Here comes the knee across. Bring the knee across where it works for you, giving yourself an opening hips, nice little spinal stretch. Bring yourself back to center. Both your knees come in one more time. There's the hug. We take the bottoms of the feet to the mat. We'll add bridges here. We're going to lift the hips. Take a little pause at the top, open up through the hips, quadriceps, and then gently bring it back down to the floor. Here comes press into your feet, lift your hips. And with control, bring it back down. We'll do that one more time as you lift up, just like this. Take a little pause, open. And then you gently bring it down. If you want to add your arms in, this time we're going to add our arms up and over. A little bit more opening. Always be nice to your body, though. Only do what feels okay for you. 2 more times. We're going to lift up. We are taking our time. You want to feel the openings stretch. And then you gently bring it down. We'll do that one more time. It's your lift. Bring it down. Keep your hips down. Fingertips can go towards the ceiling. Wrist stretch. Let's take our palms towards the ceiling. If you want to add a little extra stretch, feel free to do that. Just make sure you're nice to your wrist, your forearms. We're going to take our fingertips away. Here comes the extra stretch with the fingertips pointing away. Add some wrist circles, one direction. Take your wrist circles in the opposite direction. Hands can come behind your head. We're going right into our crunches here. Here comes a little lift of the elbows. Exhale, lift up. And then with control, bring it back down. So think exhale, lift. Slowly bring it back down. So you take your exhale, your lift, keeping your core engaged, control on the way down. Lift with your core, you exhale, you lift, and now you gently bring it down. We'll do 4 more. Here's exhale, lift, control down. Here's 3 as you lift and you lower. Here's 2. One more time. Now you can keep your upper body down, let your arms come by your side. We're gonna march our legs. I say that what I really want you to do is work on the lower core. So right here, we're gonna keep our core zipping up. Hips are gonna stay level. You'll see I like to take my hands on my hips to make sure they stay still. And then you take one leg up. You're always more than welcome to take 2 up at a time. I'm sticking with 1, but you're more than welcome to take both of them up as long as you can keep that stability through your center. Now with the next one, you can keep both your legs up. So once you hear it, keep your legs up. Bring your thighs together. We'll go into our hip rolls. So here comes arms out to the side, chest to the ceiling. Roll your hips off to one side. Take the reach of the top leg. Bring it back to center. Here's the roll. There's that little reach. Bring it back to center. So just make sure you can control the roll with your core and you bring it to center. Here's the roll, a little reach, and bring it to center. Take your hip roll, little pause there, reach, back to center, other side, roll. There's the reach. Now keep it right here in center. We're going to check to see, we're going to have our knees right over our hips. You should feel your core. You have your shins parallel, and now we're going to tap down. So feels a little bit different, and this is a good chance for you to really exhale, bring your rib cage in and together as you stay really stable as you tap your toes down. So it feels a little different when we start from the top and tap down. There's your 4. Here's your 3. It's your 2. Now you're going to keep your legs up right here. We're going to take reverse curls. So right here, not my strong suit. You can do this with straight legs. You can do it with bent legs. You take your reverse curl, lift your hips up, and bring it down. Now right here, if your legs are bent like mine, my palms are up towards the ceiling, so I work a little bit more on using my core. If your legs are straight, feel free to take your palms down and add your lift there. So just keep in mind though, that you're really working on using the core to do the lift. So we don't want to overuse the shoulders, the hips to lift up. We'll do 4 more. Here comes the 4. Here comes the 3. It is going to be your last 2. And then when you finish this one, we're going right into our dead bug. So you're going to have your knees right over your hips again. Fingertips go up, and now right here, zip up, rib cage in, move your arm and leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg. There's your reach and tap, reach and tap. So again, we're coming back to pay attention to what's happening. If your back arches, zip up. If your rib cage pops out, bring it in and together. So we should feel a lot of work happening in our core. So if you're not feeling effort, make sure you're getting your exhale and you're super stable through your core. We're going to do 4 more. It's your 4. Here's your 3. It's your 2. And now we're going to go right into the 100. So take your feet wherever you like to take your feet for the 100. Fingertips are going to reach towards your toes. Get out of your neck and your shoulders. Take that big exhale. Chin can come towards your chest a little bit. Exhale, bring yourself up. Here's your count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Let your neck, shoulders relax. Look to one side. Look to the other side. We can go ahead, bring your knees in, give yourself a little bit of a hug. We're taking our toes up towards the ceiling. Little plie feet, bring your heels together. Make sure your legs are right over your hips. You should feel your core. And there comes your little scissors as you bring one down and then switch. So right here, what is happening? Are you pulling your belly button in? Are you keeping your shoulders down and your rib cage in and together? Exhale to keep your core engaged. There's your exhale and exhale. Take your last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead, bring your feet down right here. Bottoms of the feet to the floor. Let's take our bridge. You're gonna lift yourself up into your bridge. So right here, just make sure you're shooting your tailbone away. Check in, see if your glutes are working, hamstrings are working. So feel that opening. Here's your chance, rib cage in and together. And let's march our feet. So you're gonna ground one foot, lift the leg. Now I want you to take your time. So when the foot comes down, check your hips, try to keep them lifted as you alternate and lift the other side. So your hips might drop a little bit. Let's see if we can do the best we can to keep them lifted as you alternate your legs. So you're gonna have to get the engagement before you move. So feel the glute get engaged and then lift. So we should feel some good work happening in the backside now. Here's your 4. Here's your 3. It's your 2. Now take the last one. We're going to hold it here just a little bit longer. I just want you to get the chance. Lift your hips up if they collapsed. Hold it. We're going to just stay here for just a little bit. Holding, squeezing. Let the knees shoot forward. Hold it just a little bit longer. We're going to stay here for about 5 more seconds. And you can start bringing yourself all the way down. Let's take a little windshield wiper legs. So take your knees off the one side, then the other. This is a release. This is a little stretch type movement, so make it feel good. It could be big, it could be small. I do know some people like to do this move a little quicker. It feels better for their back, their hips. So you go at the pace that feels good for you. We are going to take a long stretch from here. Reach from your fingers to your toes. There's the long stretch. And now we're going to roll over onto our front side, taking our Sphinx pose. We're going to open up a little bit more through the back side as well as the front side. So as you roll yourself over, reach your toes away. I always like to make sure you're out of your low back so toes can reach away. Elbows someplace underneath your shoulders. You might need to take a little further forward, a little further back. And then you want to find a really nice stretch as you reach from the top of your head to your toes. Now, if you want to look give yourself that stretch right here. Let's gently release down. We'll take this into Cobra, depending how you like it, high or low. Get your shoulders back, let your toes reach away. Maybe you bring yourself up a little or a lot. Now that's going to depend. I don't ever want you to feel pain in your low back when you do this. And then you take a little look over your shoulders so you can stretch your neck a little bit more. And then you're going to gently release yourself down. Take a child's pose from here. So you can press back. And your child's pose could be high, it could be low. This is one of those, I'm not going to tell you where to go because it just depends how you feel today. Some days high feels good, sometimes low feels good. So just feel the stretch. If you need to walk your hands over, take little side stretches, whatever you need, feel free to take that. And then we're going to meet as we bring ourselves up to all fours. So we're going to start and we're going to work on some strengthening. Today I'm going to do our rowing from all fours. So I am going to take my hand weights. Usually I do it from a lunge, but I'm going to be on my hand weights right here because I'm going to ask you to use your core a little bit more here. So here it comes. We're going to do just one side. I use the weight so I can stay elevated a little bit. Knees are still under hips, core is coming in. And then you add your row and your release down. Here's the row and the release down. Now I do want you to pay attention. If you are completely collapsing into the straight arm, can you pull your core in a little bit more? Can you lift up a little bit more through your chest so that you're using more strength here? And there comes the row. So we have a lot happening when we stay in this position. You're going to take two more. There's one. And here's two. You can keep that side down. We're going to switch. I do want you to reassess, so make sure your core is pulling in. Chest is open. Here comes that lift and the lower. So this means we are using a lot of core to stay stable. I want you to try to be soft on your bottom arm so that you're not straining there. And then you think, pull up. Here comes the lift and the lower. There's your lift and your lower. We're doing two more. Here's one. Here comes two. Then we're going to give ourselves a little break in this. Grab whatever size weights you like for bicep curls. We're going to do biceps kneeling. So grab whatever size weight you like for bicep curls. Kneel up tall, kind of squeeze your glutes, and then bring yourself up and down. Shoulders are relaxed, and I still want you to go slow on the way down. So we want to avoid using too much momentum. It is on the down that you get some good work in there. So that's where you're going to really think slow on the way down. Here comes your lift and your lower. Here's your lift and your lower. We'll do one more bicep curl here. And then we're going to come back to those rows one more time. So I want you to work the back just one more time here. Setting yourself up. So again, if this is not working for you, feel free to take the lunge. I like to bring this in. There is way more activation happening. And then when you're ready, you pull your arm up, you let it go down. You pull up, you control it down. So when you're doing this, you should have your core engaged. That means your low back is completely supported. There's your 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to finish this one, and it's time to switch over to the other side. So here comes the engage, and then you pull, you bring it down. You pull, release down. So we still take our time. It's slow on the way down. There's your up and your down. Good chance to check if you're still pulling in the core, supporting your low back, or if you let everything collapse. Here comes your last 2, and here's your last 1. And then give yourself a little shake out right here. We're going to take it on the back side. I'm going to do our chest presses before we move on. We're going to start with the pullover. Take your weights with you. Take your smaller weights too. We'll do some triceps while we're down on the floor. So right here, first move is going to be your chest press. Please be careful when you grab your weights. You want to do it carefully. And then right here, we're going to start by pressing up and bringing it down. There's your up and your down. Here's your up and your down. We're doing 5 more like this. Here comes your 5. Here's your 4. 3. It's your 2. Now let your arms come down, kind of give them a little rest. I'm keeping mine at goalposts. We're going to take our knees up over our hips. So right here, you should feel your core. And then we're going to keep that engagement and press up. So now we're doing our press up with our legs up. Now, if this causes you pain or discomfort in any spot, set your feet back down. We're using this to strengthen our chest. We challenge our core a little bit, but I don't want you to get injured either. So you want to make sure you're set up in a good position. We'll do 2 more here. There's 1. And now I'm going to go right into pullovers. Feet do come down for pullovers. I only use one weight when I do pullovers, but you choose what works best for you. That is the weight straight up over your chest. And then you come over, keep the core zipped, bring it back. Here comes the over and the pull back. Here's the over, engage, bring it back. Here comes the over and the pull. We have 4 more here. It is your 4. Here's your 3. It's your 2. Now you're going to finish this one. Bring your weight in and down. And now I'm going to grab my smaller weight. So if you use that weight, we're going to do just 1 for triceps. So I only want to do 1 arm at a time. Take the weight in 1 arm. Here comes your tricep. Now, I want you to think about the shoulder doesn't move. You are doing just the extension here. So I want you to focus on the lift and lower. So you want to make sure your shoulder doesn't ever move. Right here, you'll see I'm going to support my arm so my elbow stays up towards the ceiling. And then I can also feel the back of my arm, my tricep, as I lift and lower. There's your 5, 4, 3. It's your 2. And there comes your 1. Now we're going to switch sides. Bring the weight down. Be careful here. Switch the hand holding the weight. Arm goes up. Check it out. My elbow's towards the ceiling. I bend my elbow. I extend it up. I bend my elbow. I extend it up. There's the bend and the straight. So we want to feel tricep only right here. That's our goal. We bend, we straighten. Here's your 4, 3, 2. Take your last one right here. You can carefully bring your weight down, set it out of the way, give yourself a long stretch. Whatever feels good. We did chest. If you want to open your chest up more, if you need to do a little opening for your back, wherever it works for you, open up. Let's bring our knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. This time when you hug, bring your chin to your chest. Give yourself a big hug coming into a little, I don't know what you call this, but chin to chest. Go ahead, release down. If you're okay rolling up, I'm going to have you roll up. Otherwise, come to your side and take it there. It's going to be a little spinal stretch. Take your feet out in front. Roll through your spine. Open up. Now this is supposed to feel good. It's a little stretch. Bend your knees. Drop your chin. Roll through your back. And then go ahead, bring yourself all the way up. We're going to add a couple spine twists right here, hands in front. Take your twist to one side. Then take your twist to the other side. We twist one side. We twist to the other side. Here comes the twist and the twist. So feel your sitting bones staying down in the mat as you make the twist. Great chant, zip the core, rib cage in. You should feel some good core happening here. We'll take it one more time on each side. Finish this one. Go ahead, relax your arms, shake it out. We're going to come over on our front side. We're going to do some planks. I'm going to have you come over, take a plank right here. Now remember, your planks can be toes or knees. I'm going to start on my toes, but you can feel free to take it down to your knees. If you want to go down to your forearms, we're going to be here for a little bit. Feel free to take your forearms. So right here, we're going to stay engaged. And adding one more element, we are going to lift one leg, take a little pause when it's lifted, and then set it back down. Now, when you lift, engage the core. Hips stay level, lift the foot just a little bit, and then you set it down. We do that again. Lift a leg, take a little pause, set it down. Here comes the other side, lift. Set the leg down. Hold it here. I'm giving you a break. Knees go down, press back, take a child's pose. We're going to do that one more time. But on this next one, instead of lifting the leg, we are going to tap our shoulder across. So with that said, I'm keeping my knees down. So in the plank, once we're there, engage, and then you're going to tap your fingers across to your shoulder. Like I said, I am staying on my knees to do this. Feel free to go to your toes, and then you take your little tap, and you take your tap. Here comes the tap, and the tap. There's 4, 3, 2. Finish this one, take a downward dog, lift your hips, press back. Big stretch right here. Make it feel good. A little shake of your head if you felt tension, neck, head, let it relax. Press your heels down to the floor. They don't have to touch, but give yourself a big stretch there. And now start walking your hands to your feet. So gently bring it in right here. You can roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, let your shoulders come up, back, and down. There comes your little shoulder roll. We're going to go ahead, grab a set of weights. We're going to do some deadlifts and a squat. I'm going to use my lighter weights. When I squat, I'm going to add a front raise with it. So I'm going with little lighter weights, but feel free if you take heavier weights. Just don't lift your arms to the front. Heels are under your hips. It's a deadlift here. So there comes your deadlift down. That is for your glutes and your hamstrings. Make sure your core is engaged when you come up. Get all the way up, shoulders back and down. This is where I'm going to add a front raise as I squat. And then bring yourself up. And do it again. So here comes deadlift down. Bring yourself up. Here comes squat, front raise. And we do it again. Here comes deadlift. And then here comes squat. If you want the front raise, you can take it. If you don't want it, skip it. And we do it again. Here comes the deadlift. Bring it up. Here's the front raise. We're going to do that combo 3 more times. It's a deadlift down. And here comes front raise. Here comes the deadlift. We bring it up. Here comes squat. Let's take our last one right here. Deadlift, we're taking our time. Engage, you're up. Here comes the front raise with the squat if you choose. And then bring yourself all the way up. Right here, we're gonna go right into a little curtsy lunge. I'm gonna do a side raise with just one arm. So you're gonna do your little curtsy lunge. I lied, I'm gonna lift both my arms, side raise. Here it comes. Curtsy down and bring it up. So I kept it on the same side too. I should have said that. Here it comes. Curtsy and lift. There's the curtsy and lift. We'll do one more on this side. So we have a little side arm, side leg balance, all kinds of stuff. Shake it out. We'll get rotated to the other side. Here comes. Curtsy down, side up. Here comes your down. Here comes the lift. Here comes the down. Here's the lift. We have 2 more to go. Here's 1. Here comes 2. When you finish this one, you can keep your heels down, your feet down. We're gonna do some overhead presses. Heel lift optional. So first, let's take overhead raises here. And if your balance is going good today, as you press up, lift your heels. And then you bring it down. Here comes the lift up. And the lower down. Here comes the up. And the down. We're going to do 3 more. Here comes the 3. Here's your 2. And then we take our last one right here. up. Bring it down. You can set your weights down. Give yourself a little shake right here. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We're going to take it all the way down to the floor. Once we get there, we're going to meet on our sides. Chin to chest. Make this feel good. You're going to walk your hands out right here. Walk your hands out. And then bring yourself down so you can go right on your side. So we can do some double leg lifts right here. So give yourself a straight line. And then when you're ready, we lift, we lower. Here comes your reminders. Waistline up and away from the mat. Then you take the lift. Let your neck relax. Let your jaw relax. As you lift up, you lower down. There's the lift and the lower. Here's your 3. It's your 2. And then go ahead, bring your knees in front. Clamshell here. So set yourself up, stack your hips, stack your knees, and the open and the close. Still a good chance to work on lifting the waistline up and away from the mat. There comes the up and the down. Here comes the up and the down. Lift and lower. Here's your 4, 3. It's your 2. And there comes your last one. Go ahead, give yourself a little shake over. We're going to take it over to the other side, starting with your double leg lift. So here comes. Straight line from your fingers to your toes. So you want to make this straight line. It's your chance to balance on your side. Pull your waistline up and away. And then you add the lift and the lower. So each time you lift, you still want to have the waistline away from the mat. There's your up and your down. There's your up and your down. 3 more. Here's your 3. It's your 2. And your 1. Let's go ahead, bring the knees in front so we can take our clamshell. Once you have your knees stacked, hips stacked, add your open and your close. Open and close. So feel the opening up and control it down. We feel the open and the close. Here's your 4, 3. It's your 2. And there comes your last one. Now we're going to meet on our front side so we can do some work for the back side yet. So roll over onto your front side. We're going to work mid-upper back a little bit here. We're going to start by taking our arms to goalposts at the side. Let your toes reach away here. Gaze can be towards the mat. Now you're going to pull your belly button in, keep your hips down, and just add a little hover with your mid-upper back. So feel the lift up right here. Feet are going to stay down, and you just hold your little hover. And now gently let it all come back down. And then we go right back up. So you're going to add your little pull in the core, lift up, add a little hover, just hold it here. Slowly lower down. We're going to add on from here. So here comes the up and the hover. You can let your fingertips reach out to the side. That's going to change it a little bit. Keep pulling the belly in. Keep the hips down. Can you add little circles? So little tiny arm circles while you're hanging out here. Switch the directions. And then gently release it all down. We're going to do this again. We're lifting, arms are out long. Here comes the lift. We'll take this into our locust. Hands are going to come back by your thighs. Reach your fingers to your toes. Maybe you can lift a little higher with your chest. Toes are going to come up. So as long as it doesn't bother your low back, add the lift of your arms and legs. So now we're going to hold it here. Now we're going to take this right now, cobra for a stretch. So your hands are going to come by your rib cage. Roll your shoulders back. Here comes your cobra, high or low. As you press up, legs come down, and there's your stretch. We're going to gently bring it down. Do that again, but we're going to start with our arms at a Y. Take your arms out in front. Feet can stay down. Pull your belly in. Add your lift for your Y. Now make a W as you pull your elbows back. It's a T as your fingertips reach to the side. Here's your I. Let your fingertips reach back. Locust, reach, lift, upper, lower body. Hold your locust. Cobra, hands are by your rib cage, shoulders roll back. Here comes the lift. That's your stretch, only as high as feels good for you. We're going to do that one more time. Bring yourself down. Here's the Y. Fingertips reach out to the corners. Feet are down. So start with the feet down. Here's a little hover as you make the Y. Here's the W. Pull your elbows back. T, fingertips reach to the side. I, fingertips reach back. Locust, reach, lift, upper, lower body, just a little bit more. Cobra, hands are by your rib cage, shoulders back. There comes your cobra, make it feel good. And then gently release it down right here. Bring yourself into all fours. So we're going to take our cow cat. So take a cow cat first. Feel the drop of the belly or the lift of the spine, whichever is going to feel good. Maybe it's a little movement, maybe it's a large movement, but you want to get this nice movement through your spine. We'll do this one more time. Meet in the center. And once you're there, we're going to thread the needle. Take one arm out to the side. Thread the needle. Take the arm under. And once you're there, take the opposite arm out. Give yourself a stretch through your spine. Start bringing yourself up to all fours. We're going to thread the needle on the other side. Fingertips go out so you can take it down and under. So it's a little twist, shoulder stretch, arm can reach. Think exhale, relax into the stretch. And then bring yourself back up to all fours. We're going into our low lunge. Take one foot to the front. Right here, bring yourself up, and I just want you to think, squeeze the glute in a little bit. Get a little more stretch through your hip flexor. So first, squeeze the glute. Let's lift our arms up. Today, you're going to take your arms and reach towards your elbows. And then take a little lean off to one side. So we have a little balance happening. Look ahead. Bring it up to center, take the lean to the other side. Bring yourself back to center. Fingertips reach up. And then let your arms come down, clasp your hands behind. Open your chest while you're here. Good chance to squeeze the glute one more time. Open through your hip, your quad. Relax your arms, shake it out, take it to the other side. So we're taking the opposite leg to the front. So here comes squeeze the glute first. Fingertips can reach up. Reach towards your elbows and take a little lean off to one side. Bring it up to center. Lean to the other side. Bring it up to center. Fingertips can reach up. Hands are going to come behind. A little more squeeze of the glute, lift of the chest. And then go ahead. Relax it here. Bring yourself through. We're going to lay down on the mat so we can take our figure 4. So here we go. We're going to take ourselves down. Figure 4, ankle over the knee. Then you choose where you want to go from here. You could stay low. You could choose to lift up high. So it's wherever this stretch feels best for you. You can let this side come down. We're going to take it over to the other side. That foot comes down. Here comes ankle over. Once you have that, you could stay low, open the knee up, you could lift. And then we start bringing that side down. Let's bring both of your knees into your chest. I'm taking this into a hamstring stretch. My back leg, I'm going to keep it bent as I take my front leg up. Feel free to take your back leg if you want it straight, go for it. Not for me today. I'd rather keep my leg bent. And then take this stretch for your hamstring. So we're trying to get the back of the leg. Maybe you take it further forward. Maybe you take it a little further away. I do want you to think, exhale, let the hips relax into the mat. So if you're really tense, let the hip relax down. And then bring both your knees in. We're going to switch, take this to the other side. So from here, take the opposite leg, and like I said, bottom leg can be straight or bent, so you might like it straight. I'm sticking with bent today. Just it's my version today is the bottom leg is bent, but feel free to take it where it works for you. Now both your knees are going to come into your chest. Here comes your hug. I am going to add our spinal twist from here. Arms open to the side. Knees go off to the side. So you're taking your spinal stretch where it feels best for you. You're going to bring our legs up and over to the other side for your spinal stretch. Little spinal twist. We're going to bring everything back to center. Let's take a happy baby here, bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. Now, whatever feels good, if it's letting your tailbone go down, it could be your side to side rocking. And from here, we're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position. However you want to get there, bring yourself up. I do want to take a butterfly pose before we sit on our blocks. We're going to open up right here, take the bottoms of your feet together. And now it is your version. So sometimes I like to push the bottom of my feet together and get the engagement here. Other times I will open up the bottom of my feet like a book and go that way. So kind of check to see what feels best. They're a little bit different. So you might like the feet open, you might prefer the feet closed, and it might just depend on the day on which version you choose. You can start bringing yourself all the way up. Here comes, sit on the block so we can stretch our upper body out a little bit. Get your legs in a comfy position. And if you always put the same leg in front, see what it feels like to try the other leg in front. Little shoulder roll, get your shoulders up, back, and down. We're gonna open our chest. Here's the open, lift your chest. Hug a big ball so you can open between your shoulder blades. And just take a little extra pause, opening between your shoulder blades. Here's the inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hug the big ball. One more time, we're gonna open our chest here. Now I just want you to sweep the right arm across the front. Use it as a shoulder stretch, tricep stretch. Let the arm relax as you take it across. And now you switch. Take the opposite arm across. And again, let it relax and reach it across. Open your arms up. Take your hands behind, clasp behind your back. Here's that big opening, front of the shoulders, chest. Arms relax. Right arm is coming behind your back. And now you take left ear, left shoulder. Lift your head, take it over to the other side. So left arm is behind. And then it's right ear, right shoulder. Lift your head, a little shoulder rolls right here. Take a look over your right shoulder. It's your neck stretch. Look over your left shoulder. Let's look straight ahead. Drop your chin to your chest. Feel the stretch, neck back. Keep sitting tall. Now lift your chin up to the ceiling. We look straight ahead. Take a twist to the right. Both your hands can come outside your thighs. Sit up tall. Take your twist. And now we take the twist in the opposite direction. Bring yourself to the front. We are taking our big inhale, reach up. Exhale, we blow it all out. 2 more times. Take your inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, blow it out. Let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, blow it all out.